I love you mentioned earlier, Ethan, how your daughter, was reading prayer journal when she was like a teenager. I read also in sort of like your statement about the movie that she put together a monologue from that book specifically to do as her audition to Juilliard, and she did it for the family, which I thought like, oh, that's so sweet. But also, were you like, oh my God, my daughter is so smart. She's doing Flannery O'Connor. Like,
But also good.
but so good. Were you like grappling with the idea of like, oh my God, thank God she wants to go to school right now, and I don't just like cast her in a movie? Did you have to hold yourself back where you're like, no, I want her to go get a formal education at Juilliard?
That was the moment when I knew that she was the real thing. It is true.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, this is a major artist living in our house. Um, and I think this idea of this movie was born there. Um, my mother gave me Flannery O'Connor. My mother sees a lot of my grandmother in these stories. And it was amazing to get to make a film and kind of psychologically be in dialogue with my mother and my daughter. Um, uh, we're from Texas, and all this is part of our past. And so I I found it all extremely interesting, but it was certainly that period of Maya's life where you're really watching the adult person be born, right?